All right, everybody. I'm Raven. And this is my movie channel, Movie Mirrors. And I stream a couple times a week by myself and a couple times a week with my rainbow partner back there, Ragnar. We talk about movies. Just a little groovy space on the internet where you can talk about the films you love. And today's a little frustrating. Tried a few times to get this going. We're a new channel, so I guess we're working out the kinks. So today is August 2nd, and today would have been Wes Craven's birthday. So the movies we're talking about today are all Wes Craven movies. Like this guy. This guy here. So Wes Craven is actually kind of an interesting person. Didn't just make interesting movies. But one thing that I found when I was doing the research was that he was quite an academic. He had a bachelor's degree in English, a bachelor's degree in psychology, and a master's degree in philosophy and writing. So that might say something about how he wrote his movies. I don't know what a collab is. I'm old. I talk about old movies. So he even became a campus radio DJ. So he got an English degree, a psychology degree, a philosophy and writing degree. He taught as a teacher, taught humanities, then went into radio, and then started making horror movies. There are some people out there in the film industry that have strange educational backgrounds. He's kind of one of them. So, as I was doing my research, I IMDb'd, basically. His first movie was, and I'm so frustrated from today. Are you still frustrated? You all right? No. Yeah, we've tried this a bunch of times. Having a hard time with this. So the first feature film that Wes Craven directed, wrote, edited was The Last House on the Left. And I thought a little fun piece of info was that he almost gave up making the Scream franchise because the first movie had an ending that was really close to Last House on the Left. He also made The Hills Have Eyes, which I know has a more recent remake. And I think that his early work wasn't really interested in making horror comfortable for people. 80s horror tends to lean that way. But his early work in the 70s was angry and bleak, extremely confrontational, and I think it was often interested in the idea that ordinary people can actually be more frightening than monsters. So we're talking about this movie or this guy today who made these movies. Wes Craven. Wes Craven's birthday. And these ones. Scream! And this is just a fun place where we talk about movies. So welcome in. Give us a like. You can subscribe. We're here 4 times a week. Chilling. Having coffee. Talking about movies. Well, that guy that was on the front of the cover there was Freddy Krueger. But the guy we're talking about today is Wes Craven. Because without Wes Craven, there's no Freddy. Well, that's not going to happen. I actually think The Hills Have Eyes is a better movie than The Last House on the Left. But I asked the question, what makes something scarier? Monsters that are obviously monsters, or the people out there who look completely normal? My name's Raven. That's my partner Ragnar in the back there. He'll be here on Wednesday. Now, Freddy Krueger, I think that's the monster that stays with everybody. That's the one that everybody thinks about when they think about Wes Craven. They think about this guy. Who directed the movie The Thing? Well, it sort of depends on which version of it you're talking about. If you're talking about the 1980s version, then you're talking about John Carpenter. But that's actually a remake from a movie from the 50s. Is it The Thing that came from outer space? But the movie The Thing is a John Carpenter movie. Yes, starring Kurt Russell. The original is pretty good. But the original is in black and white and is old, 50s sci-fi. Like the poster behind me. Old 50s sci-fi. You kind of have to want to watch something like that. Some people like 50s sci-fi. Some people don't. Hello, I believe that's Danny Lou. Hello, The Truth. Or is that J-Dub? I like old movies too. Today we're celebrating Wes Craven's birthday, August 2nd, 1939. Wow, old. Which version of The Great Gatsby? The version with Robert Redford or the version with Leonardo DiCaprio as Gatsby? Depends on what version you're watching. I recommend the book. That doesn't tend to be made into a very good movie. They've tried several times. Yeah, the Robert Redford version isn't that great. But then again, if you read the source material, exactly, how do you make that into a movie? They have failed several times. I love the book. Yeah, Mia Farrow was really good in it. She's very angelic. Kind of ethereal as Daisy. Love that story. So today, in honor of Wes Craven's birthday, gonna ask some trivia questions. How much do you think A Nightmare on Elm Street cost to make? Haha, only $1.8 million. So cheap. So cheap. And wow, only $57,000 of it was allocated for special effects? Okay. That's a cheap movie. $1.8 million. That's not like an indie film, but still. Oh, right. And then New Line Cinema. This is the house that Freddy built because New Line was going to go out of business. They were going to go bankrupt. And then they made A Nightmare on Elm Street. So New Line earned their nickname, the house that Freddy built. I do love the 80s. The 80s are fun. This week on Wednesday, we'll be doing Tootsie. So we're close to Dustin Hoffman's birthday. Wishing him a happy birthday, too. But today would have been Wes Craven's birthday. And you would not have this guy without Wes. Yes, I have childhood nightmares from that guy. Yeah, Tootsie is a good movie. I love that movie. It's a fun movie. I literally could rewind that. Oh, sorry. I'm dated myself. I'm so old. I literally could put that movie in, watch it, and then press stop and replay it again. Yeah, okay. Because I'm old. I always believe in physical media. Everybody out there, my little PSA, get yourself a cheap DVD player. Sony Guts. Sony Guts. Buy DVDs. Don't let them tell you when you can watch movies. I hate that. I hate it when streaming services take down my movies I'm watching. I didn't see the original Nightmare on Elm Street until I was an adult. I will admit that. I was born in 1978 as well. So we have that in common. What else do I have here? I did some research. Oh, yeah. They definitely changed the character. The first movie was really good. Oh, I agree that there are too many streaming services. I only have 2 plus Prime. Because where I live, you have to have Amazon. Or you can't get anything. So. Oh, hey, Truth. Do you want me to call you the Truth, or you want me to call you J-Dub? That's very cool of you. I really appreciate it. How about you be my new favorite person right now? Oh, you have rabbit ear television? You know what? So do I. Hey, J-Dub, that's cool. I like that. I also have an antenna. I don't have cable or satellite. I have internet and some streaming. Netflix makes me mad, though. They put up good movies, and then they take them down. So, let's go ahead and talk about how Freddy changes. Wes Craven writes and directs, and I believe produces the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and it's pretty good. Then it got weird, and Freddy changed, and he kind of became a caricature, like a cartoon. Really weird. But then Wes decides to come back, and he directs the new Nightmare. And it's a weird movie because Heather Langenkamp isn't playing Nancy. She's playing Heather Langenkamp. And Wes Craven is in this movie as Wes Craven. These are the only 2 in the franchise that he actually directed. The other ones are weird. There are some good ones. I'm not saying they're not good. But Freddy became something strange. By the time we get back to A New Nightmare, this is the way that Freddy was envisioned by Wes Craven. So there are 8 movies in this collection, but if you count Freddy versus Jason as a Freddy movie, then there are 9. And when I bought the collections, Freddy didn't come with Freddy versus Jason, but the Jason collection, the Friday the 13th, came with Freddy versus Jason. So I do have all 9 movies that Freddy appears in, which they're all fun. They all have something to offer. Some of them are better than others. The second one is kind of eh. Third one's kind of eh. Fourth one is like, whoa! Freddy vs. Jason was at least entertaining, but I admit the Jason movies, the Friday the 13th, is not as good as like the first Freddy. I was glad, though, to hear that in the new Nightmare, Wes finally got what he wanted, because he came up with this character. He created this character from a nightmare he had. Then he read about these people who were like, I think it was an epidemic of people who were going to sleep and weren't waking up. And he was like, oh no, what if your dreams could kill you? And that's sort of how he came up with this character, which is very cool and kind of scary. I know they remade A Nightmare on Elm Street a number of years ago, and they got a new person to play Freddy, and it was much darker, much more sinister than what I thought the original movie was. The original 1984 Nightmare on Elm Street is tame compared to the remake. I don't know if they'll ever do any new Jason or Freddy movies, but it would be interesting. Jason is the one that can probably come back. Freddy is kind of, if they remake Freddy movies, they'll be remaking, not making more, because Robert Englund isn't playing Freddy anymore. Yeah, I love nostalgia. I have a lot of physical media. I still have vinyl records. I still own CDs and a CD player. Oh, and if I have vinyl records, I have a record player. But wow! I got a lot of DVDs. I don't like being told when I can watch a movie. I don't like that. Yeah, I would think Robert Englund is probably in his 70s. Might even be real close to 80. Highly underrated actor, by the way. Just because he made his money off of Freddy doesn't mean he wasn't extremely talented. So where do we go next? Oh, Wes Craven. It was your birthday. Yes, Robert really was good in everything I've ever seen him in. So he was in the V series. He was in a lot of stuff like that. Did a lot of made for TV. I think he was even in North and South. So yeah, in the 80s, he was good. It was good. Was he in, is it called Rollerball? Something like that? Oh, yeah. This is just my chill space where I can do a little dance and talk about movies. So let's move on and say happy birthday to Wes Craven. So Wes Craven also did the Scream franchise. And these first three movies are pretty good. The first one, real good. I actually have never seen the fourth movie that everybody talks crap about. I don't remember it anyway. But I have seen the fifth and the sixth movie with Jenna Ortega. I've seen that one. Those two, sorry. Those two. But the Scream franchise is funny because it's basically asking, do you know all the rules of horror? Because so do we. And now we're going to use every rule in the book against you. And that Ghostface mask, ever since that movie came out, I think it's 96 when the movie actually comes out, the original Scream. I don't think I've ever spent a Halloween not looking at that since that movie came out. And okay, so here's one of the little production things. I guess Wes Craven didn't actually invent the mask specifically for Scream. The production discovered an existing mask design during location scouting and then obtained the permission to use it. Oh, I didn't know that. There was a different voice. So Ghostface's voice was some other guy named Roger L. Jackson. Okay. I clipped all these things from IMDb. They're like IMDb production facts. But that's actually kind of cool. The first Scream is amazing. I can watch it over and over as well. I love that movie. I think it's really smart. Oh, the voice on the phone. The voice on the phone. The voice from the phone when he calls. That's the guy. That's his name. Now I just got it. Hold on. Right over the top of my head. Roger L. Jackson is the voice on the phone. Oh, wow. So Wes Craven intentionally kept Roger L. Jackson away from the actors before filming their phone conversations so that they wouldn't know what he sounded like. That's actually kind of based. He wanted to scare them. I know that movie scared me. I don't like weird phone calls. Just like I don't like snow on TVs. So when you get that, no signal and it looks like snow, yeah, turn that off. No white noise. Wow. Are you kidding me? That's so great. See, I just clipped these things because I was going to share them in real time. Raven. My name is Raven. And that guy back there that's rainbow, that's Ragnar. And we're the movie monsters. That party scene in the original Scream movie runs for 42 minutes. That's crazy. Nobody does an ending like that. That's crazy. What was he all looking at? How crazy the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre was? How long that took? J-Dub, you rock. Raven loves you. 42 minutes? How do you have the ending scene be 42 minutes? Who does that? It took 21 nights to film. What am I reading here? This is crazy. 21 nights to film the 42-minute ending scene. Are we in real time in that scene? Does it take 42 minutes? He was amazing. The crew jokingly called it the longest night in horror history. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to watch that movie back now. 42 minutes for the final scene. I think we're time locked in that 42 minutes. It took 21 nights to film. That's crazy. Oh, the puppet's owner's name is Raven, too. Sorry, I don't have a real name. But my birthday's coming up. Raven's birthday's coming up. August 16th. I hope I will be streaming with you. My name's Raven. I did name my puppet after myself. This is just my way of getting out there. So I can talk about movies and be silly. That's my space. Oh my goodness, the crew jokingly not only called it the longest night in horror history, they made t-shirts that read, "I survived scene 118. That's amazing. Oh, right. Yeah, this happened in my hometown too. That's right. Maybe someday. Right now my hair's all in a bun and I don't really do my face on camera. This is just my movie space. So this was filmed in my hometown of Santa Rosa, California. And I guess the production wanted to film high school scenes at Santa Rosa High School, which is funny because I was going to Santa Rosa High School at the time that this movie would have been filmed. But Santa Rosa City Schools, the school board read the script and rejected the content because it was too violent. What? The Scream end credits included a special thanks that basically said nothing, because that was Wes Craven's response. Santa Rosa City Schools, of which I attended, so I can say this, your butts. You should have let him film it there. Man, that would have been the highlight of my high school career. Maybe I wouldn't have dropped out. Just joking. Just kidding. Hi, Jason. Yeah, J-Dub. Been hanging out with me here. We're doing Wes Craven. Oh my goodness. Gosh. I think some of this is funny. Because like I said, it was filmed in my high school. It was filmed in my town, but not at my high school. Because obviously, my town wasn't cool. And I can say that, yeah, Santa Rosa was a bunch of uptighties. I was never popular. I'm neurodivergent weirdo who never really had many friends. Popular? No. Conformist? No. Able to conform and pass a class? Yes. Went to university? Yes. Well, everybody has a crush on Drew Barrymore. Have you seen her interviews with 50 Cent for her show? Everybody has a crush on Drew. She's such a cutie. She's been cute forever. Oh, that's a nice state. I like Tennessee. Actually, I'd like to go there. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm looking through my notes here. I'm trying to look through them. Oh, well, I think E.T. is a lot of people's favorite childhood movie. So I think that's one of those, you can love that movie forever. As a kid, teenager, young adult, old adult, geriatric, laying in the bed, on your deathbed, and you still can watch E.T. Anybody can watch E.T. You know, some of those scenes are filmed, they're really great. The way that they cut the film, the way that they show the bicycles before they take off, all that action. I love watching those kind of movies. The editing is really great in E.T. Has great editing. I always wanted to fly on my bicycle too, but I think that's maybe like a Gen X or a Xennial, like early millennial thing. I also love the idea that you could fly away on your bike, or that somebody would have magical powers that could just make things fly. That would be cool. Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, because I just like nipped all the stuff from IMBD. Oh, those redwoods are real. That's real. They do look like that. So, just as someone who grew up in Sonoma County, California, and went to Santa Rosa High School, I can tell you that those redwoods are real. Ragnar back there, he grew up in Mendocino County. There are lots and lots of redwoods, and there's actually, is it a national forest? I think it's a national forest. If you've never seen a redwood tree, they are wow. Yeah, I'm originally from California. I don't live there anymore, but I do love it there. Now I live in the mountains because I am a mountain monster. What is okay? Oh no. Yeah, no, I mean I yeah, okay. I did. I had a question here. If anybody's out there and wants to answer it, who do you think changed horror movies more? John Carpenter or Wes Craven? It's not a really serious debate. I mean, John Carpenter, you've got Halloween. And Wes Craven, you've got Freddy, Scream, Last House on the Left. And John Carpenter does The Thing and They Live. Have you ever seen They Live? That's a really great John Carpenter one. Oh, J-Dub. Oh, yeah, definitely visit California one day. And the redwood trees are bigger than you think they are. They are incredible. And I don't know where the Appalachian Highlands is, but I live at 8,700 feet in the Rocky Mountains. And where you live is probably lovely. I love America. America has great places to live and beautiful. Hey, window, stop blowing in. Oh, you like John Carpenter better? Yeah, there's a preference. Wes may have had more influence. I do think John is a little different. He stands out a little different. Halloween is something to behold. Here you have a character with a mask on that never speaks. Seriously. And he is terrifying. Freddy Krueger has a smart mouth. He's always mouthing off. He's always got something to say. Some crap to talk. That's Freddy Krueger. Michael Myers in Halloween is genius because he is terrifying and doesn't have any lines. Yes, exactly. Oh, here, let me catch up. I don't know where Bristol Motor Speedway is, but I know that Tennessee is beautiful. I could have been born there. My parents lived there when my sister was born. You live 5 minutes away from a motor speedway? Wow! I don't live 5 minutes away from anything. Like, if you drove 5 minutes away from my house, you're still in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere. Gotta drive for at least 20 minutes. Then you'll be in a little town. Oh, I see that now. Freddy's like your sarcastic uncle. Yeah! But Freddy's horrible. Michael Myers is a straight sociopath. Okay? Michael Myers is a straight, like, psychopathic killer. Freddy Krueger is a burnt-up pedophile. So Freddy gets the L on this one. No, I don't want to fight either one of them. Yes, they both give me nightmares. What do I like to eat? Been having a hard time eating recently. I do a lot of yogurt. I like berry smoothies. I do like burritos. Tacos. Who doesn't love a good taco? I don't know. Sometimes I see people eating food in movies and I'm like, yum. Who doesn't love a good cheeseburger? Cheese, please. Cheese, please. I do like some yummy French fries, but I have to say, it's hard to go out and get food. And what's happened to all the food out there? Bought a bag of Caramellos the other day. They taste like crap. They don't even taste like we used to have. What's going on with that? Why doesn't food taste good anymore? Is it just me? I'm telling you, man, that little bag of Caramellos, it tasted like crap. Oh, so upset. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Let me get through your messages. Okay, so, yeah, George Romero. Brilliant. Brilliant. Love that guy. I love all of the old zombie movies, all the old Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I have a bunch of them. I have a bunch of those movies. It's John Carpenter that I'm missing. I have some George Romero. I have Wes. I have all the Friday the 13th except for like the last ones. I've got some Rob Zombies. I've got a lot of the science fiction horror movies too. So like the Cloverfield movies, Predator movies, Alien movies. I have a lot of horror. I am very much into horror. I took an entire class in college for fun, all about horror movies. So all we did in the class was sit and watch horror movies and then talk about them. Yeah, sure. If you'd like to do that, I'd love to do that. If you have a suggestion for a movie, we can try to play it together. We'll have to have headphones on. YouTube won't let us do it that way. Unless we do like some other kind of call. But YouTube won't let us stream a movie or even have a movie in the background silent. I've been through all the things. I want to talk about movie scenes, and you can't really do it that easy. YouTube just cracks down with copyright. If you've got a movie in mind, I've got a lot of horror movies. I have a lot of other movies too. I probably own about 750 movies. See, there's a stack behind me. And then probably at least 25 TV shows. Everything from The Walking Dead, Legend of the Seeker, Third Rock from the Sun, all the original Twilight Zone, the original Star Trek The Next Generation, the original Quantum Leap, and then I have a bunch of miniseries, like original Shogun, original Lonesome Dove, original North and South. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I have some old TV shows too, like some old Lucille Ball. I have old Beavis and Butthead. I have new shows too, like Cobra Kai. Yes, that's my partner in the background. He'll be here on Wednesday. His name is Ragnar. He has to work. So he joins me on his days off, which are Wednesdays and Thursdays. And this week we'll be doing Tootsie. I actually think Wes Craven would like that. I think he probably enjoyed movies. I do like John Carpenter better than Wes Craven, but like when it comes to specific movies. Oh, that was my light. Hold on. I gotta fix this. When things get messed up, I just have to go off screen and try to fix it. I'm sorry. I'm only one person. Actually, I'm one puppet. And I don't even have hands I can use. Oh, yeah. I love movies and TV. My channel's basically about nostalgic movie watching, a cool place where people can sit and we can talk about anything. Even if it's Wes Craven's birthday, we can still talk about, like, what's your movie collection like? Do you have physical movies? Or do you only watch streaming? Some people can't afford the space. I can't really afford the space, but I do it anyway. Because I don't like being told I can't watch my favorite movies. That's basically what it is. I hate that. I hate it when streaming services take down my movies and then they tell me when I can watch them again or how much I have to pay to watch a movie that I literally could have paid $5 for a DVD and watch it in perpetuity. And you don't think so? I have a DVD that's almost 30 years old. I actually know the first DVD I ever bought. I still have it. It still works. Hmm? Hmm? Now, yeah, DVDs were really expensive back when I bought this first DVD. So I spent a 20 back in 1999. No, it was 2000. Sorry, it was year 2000. 2000. But I bought my first DVD for 20 bucks. I still have it. It still works. Keep your physical media. Play physical games, tabletop games, get physical puzzles, get physical media of any kind. You like music? Buy CDs or buy vinyl records. Yes, they're expensive. Sometimes you can find them at a thrift store. I have bought many DVDs at a thrift store. All my DVDs work. All of them. I have never seen Breaking Bad. I'm sorry. I know I break the rules by not looking at that show, but I tried to watch the first episode, and I don't have anybody to watch it with. If I had somebody to watch it with, I'd probably watch it. But I can't do it by myself. I love The Walking Dead. I only own the first 6 seasons. The fact that you said that you liked it before it got bad. I only own the first 6 because it got horrible. I don't know. DVDs, I don't know if they should make a comeback, but this whole gatekeeping behind a paid streaming service pisses me off. Really pisses me off. I grew up with beta and VHS tapes in my house. We had hundreds of movies. We didn't have a whole lot growing up, but we had our movies and we watched them all the time. I don't like being told I can't watch what I want. Oh, I have to watch Breaking Bad? I'll let Ragnar know. Ragnar, did you hear that? Gotta watch Breaking Bad. Ah! That was the wind. That wasn't me. I didn't fart. I didn't burp. It was the wind. Yeah, no, seriously. What did they do to The Walking Dead? By the time they got to season 11, it was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You broke it. You broke it. Didn't you read any of the comic books? How upsetting. I read most of the comic books, and my big deal was like season 8, like completely went off the rails. And why'd they do that? You know what they did. Coral! You know what they did in season 8. Coral! They got too clever for themselves and they didn't follow the books! I know, seriously. But I was done after season 6. End of season 6. I'm good. I'm good. I know the storyline. I know that really happens to Glenn. I know. I read the books. I got it. I still don't want to watch season 7 opener. I skipped that episode if I ever watch season 7. But I only own 6 seasons because those are the ones I like. I don't mind. I didn't mind the spin-off series. The one I haven't been able to watch is Dixon. I love Norman Reedus. Don't get me wrong. I love Norman. I got a tattoo to prove it. But dang, brother, that shit's boring. I tried 3 times to watch it. Couldn't do it. I did watch the Rick and Michonne series. I don't know what that was called, but I watched it. it was weird. Weird. I don't know why you needed an ending. Have you ever seen the movie Little Big Man? If you haven't seen the movie Little Big Man, go watch Little Big Man and tell me what you think about that ending. Sometimes you don't need this generic happy ending. The one I wanted to watch was the one with the little vignettes where they put one up on Amazon Prime. It was a little Walking Dead. Each episode was different people and how they reacted to the apocalypse or the infection or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. And the teaser episode had Terry Crews and Olivia Munn. And I love Olivia. Oh my God, give me some Attack of the Show. I'm old. Yes. Yes, I did. I watched Attack of the Show. Whoa. But man, what a great little episode. And then they gatekeep all the rest of it. So I can't watch any of it. Seriously? Gatekeeping? Entertainment? All right. It's cool. Ain't gonna buy it. Ain't gonna buy it. No, I'm not. Don't care what you say. Little Big Man is Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman is Little Big Man. Yeah, AMC has to make their money off of spin-offs from The Walking Dead after they had 11 seasons, and then they gatekeep their content. No. I'm not buying it. It doesn't matter that it's there. A lot of people would be like, oh my God, I want to see it. I'm going to buy it. Not me. Won't do it. I'm old school. I can literally walk into a store, walk around for an hour, browse through everything, and buy nothing. It's a skill. Old school. From the days when they had malls and us kids had no money. Best Dustin Hoffman movie ever? Well, The Graduate is his first movie and is spectacular. Rain Man, transformative performance. Definitely. Hook. You can say that's Robin Williams' movie. But I believe the title of the movie is not Peter Pan Returns. It's Hook. Because he transforms. That's why you forget about him. You forget Hook because it's a child's movie, first of all. Second, it's Robin. And Robin is always spectacular. We love Robin forever. We miss him all the time. All the time. Love Robin. But people forget that movie is not called Peter Pan Returns. It's called Hook, which makes it Dustin's movie. Dustin is a strange bird. I do remember him in Outbreak. And it's funny that you mentioned that one because I was actually living outside the town of Ferndale when they were making that movie. That's a crazy movie. That's a virus movie. Pandemic, right? Yeah, that's the Pandemic movie. I remember that movie. Then there's like little parts. Like he's in Stranger Than Fiction with Will Ferrell. Little part. Good part. He's in Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp. Tiny part. Little part. I do. I love Will Ferrell. He's fun to watch. Stranger Than Fiction is really great. I do like Ricky Bobby, though. Well, they sold me as a monster puppet. So I'm supposed to be like a Sesame Street reject. Old School? Yeah, I got that one over there somewhere too. That's in like my Will Ferrell collection. I have one that has like 4 movies in it. I think it's right here next to me. Hold on. Yeah, it's the first one. It's got Old School, Night at the Roxbury, Zoolander, and Blades of Glory. Blades of Glory is funny. Oh, well, thanks. Just didn't want to do this with my own face. Just want to talk about movies, people. Just want to talk about movies. Mostly because the world today sucks. The food tastes horrible. I'm still thinking about that bag of Caramellos. Bought that bag of Caramellos. And I'm telling you, that chocolate tasted like dirt. Oh, I love Blades of Glory. It is funny. And as a big fan of ice skating, which is like one of the only Olympic events I ever watch, I do think that is awesome. Oh, well, thank you, J-Dub. I really appreciate that. I've been having a good time. I don't like streaming alone. I've only done it a couple other times. I like streaming with my buddy back there, Ragnar, who in real life is my husband. Because I am a woman. I am an old woman. Or at least, I feel old. I do. I feel old. Maybe I'm not, but I feel it. Oh, my thoughts on Tanya Harding? Well, I did see her biopic. I seen Mark Robbie play Tanya Harding in I, Tonya. I was alive and watching it when all of it went down. I think she was fighting against a certain standard of beauty that they had in the Olympics at the time, and that they've always had in ice skating in particular. I kind of feel bad for her. She was not a bad skater. I mean, hell, she made it to the Olympics. You got to be pretty darn good to make it to the Olympics. I think she came off as aggressive. And when women come off as aggressive, they often are seen as the enemies of society. I still feel bad for her. No, she didn't do the right thing. Absolutely horrified at what happened to Nancy Kerrigan. Horrible. But I think she was probably just extremely aggressive. I don't know how else to say it. As a female, that's how I feel. I feel like, I know we're not 50 yet. Not yet. I'll be 48 in, oh God, 2 weeks from today. 48, 2 weeks from today? You mean I've made it 4 12-year cycles around the sun? Whoa! I do feel old, though. I can't. I don't want to be old, but I am. Oh, I feel like Tanya Harding gets a bad rap. I know what she did. I understand. I get it. Doing that to your opponent is always wrong. Always. But I think she gets thrown in a pile. Also capitalism. Because what was she trying to do? She wanted to be number one. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to be number one. You want to be on the Wheaties box. Gotta be on the Wheaties box. And I think I'm going to wrap it up for now. Happy birthday to Wes Craven, who was the janitor in Scream and played himself in The New Nightmare. Wes Craven, as that janitor, is wearing Freddy's red and green sweater. And I hope you all had a good time. And I'm getting used to this streaming thing. So I hope you tune in with me again. We'll be live every Saturday and Sunday. And it'll just be me having a little movie clubhouse. And then we'll be live on Wednesdays and Thursdays with me and Ragnar. This week, our movie is Tootsie. We love Dustin Hoffman. I'll be celebrating his birthday next Saturday. And we'll have a good time talking about our scene, going through our first season, The Turning Point. We've done The Beastmaster. We've done The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And last week we did Commando. So we hope you join us for Tootsie. That'll be Wednesday around 5:30. And then it'll get made into a video that'll be out next Monday. So, I hope you all have a great time. Happy birthday, Wes. No, I don't think a movie could keep its secret ending today. And Scream is that one-time watch where once you've watched it, you've seen it. I don't know if I like endings like that so much. But I hope you all have a great day. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye, everybody. Bye.